ever.
Jackie, can you explain why Victor Bout is of such a high value to the Kremlin? Like, I mean, I remember when Victor Bout was convicted, this had to been 10 years ago, and Russia was making a very big deal about it then, saying that his trial was unjust. These are some, trumped up charges against Victor Bout. Why is Victor Bout so important to Russia?
Well, because I can't tell you whether he is like that important to the Kremlin specifically. I do know I can tell you that he really does do arms deals, but the way he is described in the US is that he deals arms to organizations that the US considers terrorist organizations. Think about that for a minute.
Hmm.
What organizations does the US government always claim are terrorist organizations?
Freedom
Organ-
fighting organizations.
Leftist, socialist, communist, freedom fighting, anti imperialist organizations in countries where the US and its allies are trying to control those people's resources. So, Victor Bout um, was making sure some of these folks got ammunition, got arms. And this has been, Russia's role in liberation struggles, at least anti-imperialist struggles, kind of for a long time, particularly on the continent of Africa. And I'm not at all saying that, Russia's the good guy on the world stage, and that's not the point. That is, I would like for us to disconnect these conversations from good guy, bad guy, and think about these issues in terms of anti-imperialism and imperialist forces. So that's so Boot, when he was arrested, he was actually arrested as the result of a CIA sting. Bro was set up. He was actually not arrested in the commission of doing anything. He was literally entrapped by the CIA
Mm.
into trying to set up an arms deal to send weapons to, I think it was the FSLN.
I thought it was
In the,
FARC in Colombia.
oh, that's right. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's FARC. I have not had all my coffee yet. It's all of the organizations acronyms are all in. So he was set up by the CIA with this fake FARC arms deal, which even if it was real, I wasn't going to be mad at it. But the fact that he was entrapped in Thailand, the CIA went all the way to Thailand to entrap this man, and to get him arrested. So he was arrested under false pretenses. The Russian government was right. He was entrapped by the CIA. He was arrested under false pretenses. The trial was a sham, and so that was true. So, um, and I think from the perspective of the Russian government, it isn't so much that Victor Bout is like a high value. I don't think that's it. I think it is the principle that once again US imperialism has acted with impunity to go to a third party client state country, because Taiwan allowed them to do this, and extradite Victor Bout back to the United States for a crime that he was entrapped into commit, or trying to commit. And this was all done in this ongoing imperialist aggression toward Russia. That's what this is all about. And I mean, I definitely feel the Russian government like, nah, it's Victor Bout or nothing. It's Victor Bout. We either give Victor Bout back or that's it. And we're not trying this thing with this prisoner swap in the media.